3 of our series starting up, and Cherish, someone who's been quiet for the series but made a name for himself last year.
I think it's clear what both teams are prioritizing here. We used to see a strategy of who's going top, who's going for Hill, and it seems like FaZe sending everyone towards Hill, but still somehow getting dominated off the start there. You saw all 4 FaZe members going towards Bridge, going towards Nest, and just getting taken down one by one.
Camo's going to be coming up, and Cherish has this Quantum in his back pocket, allowing him to be able to make a play. A lot of damage on 2 players that are forced to drop key door. Camo is going to be grabbed, though. It's going to be suppressed behind the camouflage with the camouflage right now. Dead to rights. Cherish already on a hot spree right now, up 4. But look at the progress on hill number 1. It's going to go into TSM's favor, no matter what FaZe clans want to be able to say about it.
And just like we talked about, Wes, if you can get those slays, easy decision. Grab inside that hill. So a massive start there for TSM. Only 8 seconds off the clock. We're going to see a lot of hills accumulated over the course of this game. We're not seeing anyone play clock anytime soon.
This could be bad news, however. The hill immediately rotated to by FaZe and Trippy with Camo now and Snipe. And Cherish getting caught off guard after the information gets given to him by a teammate inside the house. Right now, Trippy having so much presence, top, middle, roaming with Camo Snipe. The hill already over halfway controlled. All of the momentum from TSM starting to get dwindled away.
Such great plays by Trippy there too. Not afraid just to fully commit to helping with that snipe in that position. Some other players, I think, would have gotten that first snipe shot and then backed off and just worried about anyone else pushing out from Garage. Instead, Trippy knew that 2 out of the 4 members from TSM were pushing out towards green and pillars, and so he had no hesitation after getting that first body shot to commit towards that direction and help his teammate over at green.
So TSM have done a good job. They've broken the setup of FaZe. FaZe getting about 60% of this first hill. Trippy being able to stay alive, use a sniper as a shotgun apparently over by the pillars, finding enough space. Now FaZe have found the opportunity to retake this hill. So TSM, although they broke the first setup, it's going to be 2 setups that they're forced to break, and Trippy with the snipe is going to deny entry from the dummy ramp as he hits the body. It's immediately cleaned up, and FaZe tied this game up 1-1, and Trippy still has the first snipe.
Still looking good here. So one thing that FaZe have shown is they can be put on the back foot and claw their ways out. We need to see TSM doing a better job of that. One thing I've always done, you know, we've talked about how do you make your team better, what do you do when you're working with the squad, is I try to evaluate what are we doing in worst case scenario and what's our strategic way to get out of this. I'm not just relying on somebody to pop off and hit a random 4-shot or 5-shot to get ourselves out of the situation. Where we position ourselves so we have our best chance of getting a double team and breaking out of this bad case scenario.
You can't rely on the great plays that are rarely made, the statistically low chances of those continuously happening, but I mean, we talked about
icing on the cake. Those ones where it's like somebody does something, they get a sticky across the map, they hit a 4-shot, like, all right, that's a bonus for us getting out of the situation. Now, what are we doing if nobody is popping off like that?
Yeah, if nobody got a lucky shot.
Yeah.
Right now, I do want to talk about the power-up control. It's been all FaZe Clan once again. This game is just 1-1, and there's a lot of progression in this third hill towards FaZe Clan's side, but we've seen both snipes and both camos go towards FaZe, something we wanted to see TSM improve on. So although it looks like TSM started this game perfect, those mistakes, those things are starting to linger in this game 3 and are continuing to make it more difficult for TSM to have success. Right now, this hill being highly competitive, as all of FaZe Clan do go down. TSM, this is your moment to stay in this series. You need to make something happen here.
And they realistically only need 1 round of slays here. If they get the kills without too many deaths, they're going to spawn all the way back towards Mud again, and it's just too much ground to cover. We're not really seeing an overwhelming amount of slays here. In fact, 1 member down for TSM, make that 2. And everyone's kind of down low here, so these last couple fights is going to happen. Looks like it's going to be up to Penguin. Can Penguin save the day? He does! He gets the double kill, and he is now going to grab these last few moments in this hill, and that one is a heartbreaker there for TSM. It was a 50-50 coin flip that Penguin's winning.
That can't happen. It is a 2-on-1 situation, and Penguin picks up the first kill. The guy no shield on the scoreboard and then wins his piv in the hill. Penguin doing world championship things already here early in the season. That is a massive 2-piece from Penguin to guarantee his team the lead here 2-1. 3 minutes and 30 on the clock, so time not part of the equation just yet. But TSM have got to figure out a way to slow the members of FaZe Clan down individually and hold these setups strong.
Look at this. I almost am a little concerned or confused there. You saw somebody from TSM in the hill. You saw that Soul Snipe was setting up the trap there towards Big Door, and they're kind of pre-nading, but nobody was even going that direction. I think they just knew people were spawning over towards Garage, but nobody came that way, and so it's sort of like I'm a little concerned that they are just wasting too many nades or too much time in a spot where literally 0 members of FaZe Clan are, and other members across the map getting caught off guard.
It looks chaotic from their point of view if they don't have the understanding of where the other team actually is.
It looked like matchmaking a little bit for me right there, where it's just like, oh, okay, somebody's gonna eventually pull out here and I gotta win this one-on-one, but no, if you have a team, like that person in the hill can clearly see that door and should let you know if anyone's coming out or 2 people are there. Start spamming nades.
Right, and the second you're a step behind, you're a foot behind, you're a mile behind at this level of Halo right now. FaZe Clan looking so strong. TSM, however, almost capping this hill. It does get broken at the last second. To be able to tie this game up to 2 would be everything for TSM, considering how this game and how this series has gone. You got to find a break. They get the back green swans. A great job by Cherish to stay alive and keep some presence on the map. That pick is exactly what the doctor ordered for TSM fans. Make it 2 for Cherish as he makes his way towards the hill.
One thing that was also interesting there at the end is FaZe decide to just jump out of the hill and go for the slays. They realize that you need another round of slays in order to secure this hill. Even though they do that, they end up getting all 4 taken down, lose the hill, and TSM in control.
Okay, here we go, 2-2. TSM starting to find their footing here as Soul Snipe with the S7 top tower. Is he able to hit the first? Yes, Suppress goes down, but multiple members in the hill gonna be applying a lot of pressure towards him. The nade is a money nade, but you need to figure out a way to finish this kill. He can't find the headshot with the bandit. He's able to drop back tower and find his shields. Meanwhile, the team has got your back, Soul Snipe. 2 go down from FaZe Clan. It's a 3-on-2 situation, and you still have tower control.
Soul Snipe, the sole focus here for the FaZe Clan, and still not able to take him down. He read them like a book, getting that first pick on a player, knowing that somebody is going to just jump up that box, pre-nades there, gets those hits on Penguin, and stays alive towards that back tower. FaZe are not comfortable pushing towards this until they deal with Soul Snipe, and he's still over here, finally taken down, but at what cost? Half the hill.
Half the top mid-hill in TSM's favor. This is the most favorable position we've seen them in so far throughout this series right now. It's going to go to first of 4 hills, however. The clock is too big for this game to go to time. Camo is going to be up, and Trippy making his way towards that camo. You know he wants it. 3 go down for TSM. His teammate is going to be able to pick up that camo in the back, and all 4 go down for TSM. They're going to be able to match this progress in Hill 5.
What's Suppress gonna do? I'm surprised he didn't commit towards top tower immediately there. Now kind of stuck in a difficult spot, knowing someone's over at Dice, knowing someone's gotta be near that tower. But Suppress just playing it slow and collected. I mean, works out in the end. Kind of playing some 4D chess there. Most people assume, okay, he's gonna go up towards top tower just like I was expecting. But just buying time, having those players get divided, and just playing it cool.
Big couple of kills though, TSM somehow. Suppress gets his, another teammate got his over towards the tower, but in the meantime, TSM has found their way to top middle, has found the other kills, able to take down Suppress, and now take the lead 3-2. The hill goes back to green, and TSM starting to heat up. They get 3 down again, so they not only get the hill, they get early control of hill number 6. And right now, Soul Snipe, that trade is massive. You're resetting the map, and as long as you're progressing in a hill, you're winning.
I gotta say, TSM looking mighty fine throughout this game. In fact, this game could actually be over if it wasn't for Penguin's double kill over towards the second hill.
Yeah.
Or sorry, third hill.
Would be, could be, should be, isn't, says TSM right now. They got half the way of progress here on hill number 6. And right now, Snipe's coming up. Trippy gonna try and make his way for it. Do we get a hill 7 is the question. FaZe Clan now in control of the hill are gonna try and push this to that hill number 7. TSM, you know they want to lead this game with a lot more energy going into a game, potentially game number 4. But right now, Trippy getting a few kills is gonna continue the progression of the hill for FaZe Clan.
Soul Snipe eventually getting that pick onto Trippy. Falcated, feeling like he's now spotted, now contested in this hill.
God.
Somehow hitting shots despite being down so many shots. And FaZe just trying to slowly pick off these kills. That's all 4 down for TSM. This is going to be the tying hill. All these new members spawning from TSM are just going to be trying to get new positions and preparing for the camo and new hill.
Yeah, look where Penguin is. He's going to have tower control already, and you see how quickly they're able to rotate. So FaZe Clan not only get that hill, but because they have perfectly timed kills, they're able to get control early of hill number 7. It's up to TSM to see how quickly they can break this, and that first pick is massive.
And also the positional advantage. We were talking about this on Coliseum. You saw so many players from TSM were down low throughout so many parts of that game. Throughout those spawns, you didn't have too many players from TSM getting up high, getting up towards sandbags, getting in better position to help contest this tower and this camo. Instead, they're all going through rat tunnel, taking down low routes, and because of it, aren't rewarded with camo. They don't have positions to put damage on this hill, and they've already lost half this hill.
Yeah, with 2 down, it's a 2-on-2 situation now. Penguin still has camo in the hill, and he has information that Druk just quantum back towards the nest. Druk gonna get taken down, staggering the respawners of TSM. And with this hill so further progressed in FaZe Clan's favor, you have to think these kills are everything to ending this series in 3-0. Penguin dominating the setup of tower right now, showing you how you're supposed to control tower. 3 years of a map mode this kid has perfected, and FaZe will perfectly 3-0 TSM here in pool play.
Let's be real, Penguin went +7, and just all of that in the clutch factor. He had a killing spree to close out that game and get that 4th and final hill for FaZe Clan. He had that clutch double kill to secure that 3rd hill, to bring it even to that near overtime situation. So Penguin, going even the rest of the game, but when it matters most, going so clutch and getting those 7 crucial kills.